Season 8 Footies rewards are here in FIFA 23. I'm Slater. In today's video, I will go through every major decision you need to make along the way of the Season 8 Footies Season Progress Rewards and tell you what is good or bad value, what you should choose. Not just by my opinion, we'll actually look at the rewards and the value of the fodder packs and compare them to the players and help you make the most informed decision on every step of the way. And I will chapter out the video, so if you're watching this either in a week from now, 2 weeks from now, a month from now, and you're at level 35, level 20, whatever it is, you can fast forward to that part of the video to find my answer for you. If that helps you at all, hit that like button. Sub if you're new to this video. And oh my god, dude, I had to get that intro in. Look at this. Look at this. EA gave us a freaking Vinicius Jr. I stayed up till 2. It's 2 a.m. here in Chicago. I don't know where y'all are in the world. I make these videos. I stay up every time for these. And this is the first time I feel like it was maybe the most worth it. The awe that I got going to the back page here and seeing Vinicius Jr., a 5'5", of course, left wing, left mid, center forward, absolutely brilliant, maxed out dribbling, 99 stam, 99 finishing, 99 acceleration, 99 sprint speed. Vinicius card is one of the coolest things. I mean, this was like a 3 million coin SBC that dropped. I don't think anyone would bat an eye. This is an incredible card, and he's a premium Footies Vinicius, which I'm assuming, based on what we know from previous promos, means that he's an auto full chem, 98 rated, free Vinicius that you get in this game for hitting level 40. We have a lot to get into today. I had to obviously freak out about that. Let's go to the beginning. Let's go see what this whole season's about. Obviously, FIFA's at the end of the road, but EA are at least doing something pretty cool to keep you committed to grinding the game at this point. Is it worth it to you to get a Vini in July and August? You know, from EA's perspective, they did basically as much as they could. Let's dive in to this entire journey here and figure out what you should be choosing, including a Team of the Year Modric potentially, Ryan Kent, Diogo Jota, some big cards from EA. So really, really cool. Let's dive into this thing. So I'm not going to go too much through like the other base packs. You just organically get those. We're going to go into all the decisions, all things that have multiple options that you need to decide what you want to choose from them. And the very first one we get is an Alexander Isak fantasy foot card available to you, or an 84x5 pack. Now here's what I would say in terms of the value. So if we go over here, Isak is a 57,000 coin card. Right, we don't have a direct price value for an 84x5 because, like, I use a lot of the stuff that comes from Team of the Year when people say packs for that. I don't have a direct price value for an 84x5 currently, but what I would say is this: as we get later and later in the game, EA are starting to price a lot of the kind of casino SBCs that we often see in the game more in like the 88 to 89, 90 overall category, to the point where an Alexander Isak could be a lot more valuable to you, even just as fodder, regardless of the player himself, than what you might likely get in 84x5, assuming that you get like 85s and 86s. Depending on where your club is at this point in the year, I would say, like, if you want to do a big casino SBC, I actually would take Isak for the 92 rating over the 84x5. Not that I would ever use Isak at this point in the game. I'm just saying there's probably a better chance that you would get, that you guarantee yourself a 92 in this. You don't have necessarily the same likelihood or probability that you'd get a card that high rated. Now, granted, if you want more mid-tier fodder in your club, maybe you're doing it for an SBC that you're trying to complete, or you need more 85s and 86s, or you just want to take a gamble on Footies cards, things like that, I totally get going this side too. It's a 50-50. There's not really one better way or the other. But what I will say is your odds are that you would get, if you're looking for fodder or the highest value fodder, Isak would probably be the highest rated card you would get between the two on a more consistent basis. As we move forward, I think this is so funny, dude, because we all like kill ourselves essentially to get freaking Team of the Year cards. Like I streamed 58 hours in 5 days to get my first Team of the Year card during Team of the Year. And now for level 10, which is, what is that? I mean, you maybe grind to 8 to 10 hours of FIFA and you get yourself literally a free Team of the Year card. Probably even less with how quickly you can get stacked up XP at this point in the game. You can get a Team of the Year Modric. Now, realistically, Modric is not what he looks like. I mean, obviously, Team of the Year cards are always really, really exciting. But the one thing is about Modric is that he is only 155,000 coins. He already has a Team of the Season card that is fantastic, that is better than this card, that is literally cheaper. So you could technically get a better version. Obviously, Team of the Year Modric is just a coveted card because of the card type, but realistically, there's already a better card on the market that is cheaper. So when I look at this and I see it 85 by 10, the reason why I want to tell you is that, like, it's not just my opinion. I want to go on basically other content that I've helped make these decisions for you guys. An 85 by 10, which is chaptered out here in my we did the FUT birthday swaps content, is worth 250,000 coins. Now, granted, once again, is it likely that you would get a 96 rated card in 85 by 10? No, but the actual depth of 10 85 plus players, especially for footies content, especially for all the special cards that come in packs, there is a better value over the course of an 85 by 10 at this point in the game. Sad to say, versus a Team of the Year Modric. But if you want Team of the Year in your club, I'm not going to tell you not to take it. I'm just letting you know that the typical value we associate to an 85 by 10 versus the actual live market value associated to Luka Modric's Team of the Year card, it is more valuable to take the 85 by 10 at level 10. Let's skip a little bit forward. We have a bunch of more fodder packs here. 86 double at 14, which is really nice. And then you get to an 85 by 5 at level 15 versus a 784 plus pack. I don't even think this is a question. I'd actually be really shocked if anyone took the 784 plus. You are only losing 2 players, but you're guaranteeing yourself a 1 overall boost on 5 of the individual cards. If you've opened either of these through a lot of the objective content, you'll know that the 784 plus, a lot of times you get a lot of 84s because there are just significantly more 84s in the game than there are 85s, 86s, 87s, you know, all those different cards typically combined versus what there are 85s and ups. And so you are completely clearing out a gigantic portion of the pool of 84s. They're gone, right? So now you can only get 85 and up cards. So this is a way better value pack. I don't think it's a question at all. I would take the 585 plus every single day of the week. As we move forward, 85 double here, 84 plus, and then your first, I think, really big decision that you're going to have to make at some point during this process. Now, obviously, Modric is a cool card and stuff, but this is like, we're getting in the territory of new cards, unique cards, right? Cards that we've never seen before in FIFA, and that is always way more enticing than a card that's already been out in the game. And obviously, if you've played FIFA, we've never seen a card like Ryan Kent's card that came so long ago, where it was him and Forrest was your player pick, and if you chose Forrest, you regret it for the rest of your life. Ryan Kent's card during that grind, which I want to say, man, what was that card? Because I know Forrest was like Europa League, I think, so I'm assuming he was the Champions League card, road to the final, something like that. But if you chose Ryan Kent's card, you were golden. It was one of the greatest cards to ever drop in FIFA, one of the truly rattiest cards in the history of FIFA Ultimate Team. And now we have another crazy Ryan Kent. Now, we've never seen a card like that version of him. We've had other cards of him, but they've never been as good. This looks like it could be as big of a card. This is a 5-star, 5-star. Once again, premium footies. You'll see that crown on the top of Ryan Kent's card. So he should get full chem, which is brilliant, right? That's super valuable for the card. 5'5", high medium, 5'8", right wing, right mid, left wing. So great versatility. Can play on both sides of the park. Crazy pace, 99 shot power is fantastic. Will overcompensate the finishing stats. 93 vision, 93 short pass is really, really solid at this point in the game. We want the long pass to be better for a winger, but it is what it is. 9 agility, 99 balance with 95 dribbling, 93 stamina, and 94 aggression. Flare, long shot. There's a lot to really like. I think, once again, this is another card that if EA dropped this in SBC, they could really overprice it because of the nostalgia associated to a Ryan Kent card. And he compares to a 25 by 84 plus pack. Now, the one thing I will say is we don't have a direct price for that, even though it was out last in the last grouping. We don't have a direct price because we've never seen that for like Team of the Year stuff, so no one's actually created a value for a 25 by 84 plus pack. But we do know the price of a 84 by 20 pack, which if I go a little bit over here, I'm assuming I'll pop it up. This is when we had 2 of them at the same time, so if you half that, is worth 300,000 coins. And then if you add essentially 5 more players to that, or a fifth of the value of the pack, which I'm not really that great at math. 75,000 coins. So 375,000 coins is what we'd essentially value this at. And you have to justify for yourself, what would you think a Ryan Kent card with premium chemistry would be on the market at this point in FIFA? I think it's a really good question. When I think to myself, and this is how I kind of rationalize this decision-making process, if you're never going to, first and foremost, if you're never going to use Ryan Kent into your team, right? If you're never going to use Ryan Kent in your team, or you don't really plan, like maybe you have a God Squad, and you're like, I'll just never use this card, but then you take the pack. This is an easy decision for you. You don't have to worry about what I'm going to talk about here. But if you are interested in using Ryan Kent. And we know that 375,000 coins is the value of a 2584 plus pack. So we had to justify that he has to be worth 375,000 coins too. Aubameyang's considered a pretty good price SBC, right? At this point in FIFA, like this is an upvoted card. This is a card that people think is a good value. He's 5-star, 4-star. Ryan Kent is 5-5. Ryan Kent is faster, has better dribbling, has less shooting, more passing. Now, granted, he's a striker versus a wing card, so that's not a direct comparison. What I'm saying is that this is a card that is worth 375,000 coins that people think is a justifiably good value card. This card gets full chemistry and is 5-5. So in my opinion, yes, I think Ryan Kent is really great value here. I think if you want to take that card and throw him into a team and try something new for your team, I think that's fantastic. I totally understand you taking Ryan Kent. I think if I didn't run, what I do is I run theme teams every weekend. So for me, I never really worry about trying one player because I do a new team every weekend. So for me, I'll always take the packs. But if you can use this guy and you plan to actually play him in your team, in your main team as a super sub or as a starter, I would take that over the gamble of 25x84 plus pack at this point in the game. Because personally, I think this is an absolutely fantastic card and just a cool card to have at this point in FIFA. As we move forward, past level 20, we get ourselves another 86 double pack. So once again, tons of fodder packs you're seeing from EA, which is really great. And then we get to, sorry, not level 25, because this is just a 585 plus W bonus. As we keep going all the way up to a 1082 plus here too, we get to Diogo Jota versus a 3084 plus players pack. And once again, we're left with a decision. Should you make that? And based on what we know, right, from the last thing, we essentially know this is a 400,000 coin pack. I think, is that what I... Man, now I can't, now I don't know if my math is good or bad. I don't remember. Man, oh man, I don't know. 150,000, no, it's a 450,000 coin pack, 75k increments. Now, I'm thinking about level 20 and the math we did. Now we're here at level 30. So this is a 400,000 coin pack. We know that if you're just fast forwarding to this part of the video, because in a previous Team of the Year pack evaluations, swap evaluations, an 84x20 times 2 is 600,000 coins. So an 84x20 on its own is 300,000 coins, and therefore half of the pack is worth 150,000 coins. 30 total players of an 84 plus, we know is a 400,000 coin pack. Would you consider Diogo Jota a 400,000 coin card? And I think, once again, the answer is yes. I do believe that, especially if Ryan Kent was that. Now, granted, one thing Jota doesn't have that Ryan Kent did have is premium chemistry, so he would not get auto full chem comparatively to a Ryan Kent card, but the stats are absolutely fantastic. Great pace splits, wonderful bounce dribbling, shooting. I also think if you've used Jota's cards previously, like he always has a really good card in game. I actually think Jota just plays good in FIFA. 4 overall pace, shooting, 5 overall passing, 4 dribbling, 6 defending, and 3 physical. From his 92 rated card for Fantasy Foot. This card is also, just to show you, 5-5 with high, which is really nice. Striker, center forward, left wing on the build. Brilliant dribbling. Once again, I think this is a card that if you can put him in your main team, if you guarantee that he will be a starter in your club, you cannot guarantee that from this. And so I would totally understand, and even in some category recommend you taking Jota, because this would give you a guaranteed player that you can add to your team that is probably better historically, statistically, than what you would get from 34 plus. If you are not sure that you would put him in your team, you take the pack. Take the pack, you take the fodder. There's going to be a lot of great SBC content. Footies is the best SBC content. I already have a video out on my YouTube channel that talks about all the SBCs that came out last year in Footies, the cost of them, the caliber of the players, and talks about like those Mendy, Salah, Neymar SBCs where you needed specific previous promo cards to put into the SBC to get them done. So there's an entire video. I'll actually put that in the description below if you guys want to go check that out to prep for Footies on Friday. So that is also out and available for you guys too to walk through. All my content here is just to hopefully help you guys prep for stuff along the way. If you don't think you're going to put him in your team, you take the pack. If you're like, I would start this card. If I get to this point and he's a starter for me right now, you take it, you leave the pack behind. That's where I think there. As we continue to move forward, we get ourselves to another decision, level 35, which is Rio Ferdinand's Trophy Titan Icon center back card versus an 85 by 10. It's a little bit funky because as you get a little bit further, you're technically getting a worse reward than we just came up against. But Rio Ferdinand's a 160,000 coin player. And once again, we already know from previous iterations of this video, if you haven't seen yet, that an 85 by 10 historically is valued at 250,000 coins. So just from the pure valuation of Rio Ferdinand's live market value. And you got to think, by the time you get to level 35, Rio Ferdinand will be that much further behind the power curve. Every day of the week, I would tell you, take the pack. And 8510 is a great pack. There's so many promo cards out during footies. You have a very good likelihood to pack at least a decent amount of high-rated fodder that you can use for other SBCs, and probably SBCs that are better than Rio Ferdinand's card will be at that point in the game. Easy decision. Pass on Rio. Move forward with the 85 by 10. As we keep on churning out the content, we get up here to 85 by 5, and 86 double, and then to Vinicius. And there is a choice here. There are two options. And clearly, EA cannot, there's nothing they could even put up here. I can't even believe they insulted, I think, our intelligence by adding a 1 of 5, 90+ Team of the Year, Foot Birthday, Trophy Titan, or Shapeshifter Icon SBC. I think that is a sin. Now, granted, could you get a Thierry Henry or Hullet or Ronaldinho? Yes, right? You could get those cards, and that would make that a really great, outcome. But there is zero chance, if you're watching this video and you're trying to decide what you should do here, you're overthinking it, my friend. You take the Vini. You take the 5/5 full chemistry. You can see he's got the crown too. Full chem, 98 rated, maxed out, 99 dribbling, 99 stam, 99 finishing, 99 acceleration, 99 sprint speed, 5/5, flare, outside the foot shot trait, center forward, left mid, left wing Vini card, and you don't think twice. This is the easiest decision of all of them. I even think that Rio might be a little bit more of a contemplation than like taking the 85 by 10 versus Rio. Like, that's, I think, an easy one. You always take the 85 by 10. This is the easiest decision you'll ever make in your life. And shout out to EA, man. I don't say that often. I'm not always super negative on EA. I try to keep these videos very positive typically. When EA do stuff that's stupid, I call it out. This is a massive W from EA to show you just the sheer value of a card like this. Okay? Now, granted, at level 40 is a long ways away from now, so I understand that, like, players will change in value and stuff. Jarzinho's SBC just came out today at 1.64 million, which I think is a really fair price because his live card is 1.745, and when this SBC dropped was over 2 million. So because of how well that SBC was actually priced, you see a 50-50 split between basically the community, 45, 55, whatever. People don't usually like expensive SBCs, but this was a good value SBC. He was like 400,000 coins, and he's actually fodder has risen since his SBC has been out, but he was 400,000 coins less than his live price on the market. If you take a second here, okay, and look at this Jarzinho, and Jarzinho statistically, to be fair, will not look as good as he plays in games. It's a little bit of a unfair comp for the Hurricanes' sake, but just take a look at these cards, man. These are both full chem cards. He's got 5 more pace, 6 more dribbling, 2 more shooting, 6 more passing, 8 more physical. They're both 5/5. And this is the market has told you, a 1.7 million coin card. So just think of the value that EA are giving you. Would you ever believe? I genuinely think if they dropped this Vinicius card as an SBC on Friday to start footies, it would be a 2.5 to 3 million plus coin SBC, and I would totally understand the price evaluation. It's free. I'm done ranting. Awesome content from EA. Awesome Season 8 footies content to look forward to, which makes for really great videos for you guys. Great streams ahead. If you stayed this long in the video, I freaking love you. Thanks for watching. I don't even want to ask for any more love on the video. If you stayed this long, I'm just happy you're enjoying the content. I'm going to go get some sleep. It is 2:30 in the morning. I'm going to build a thumbnail. I'm going to make this video, and hopefully you guys enjoy watching it. With that being said, have a great rest of your day. Daily content review coming up in a couple hours. Once again, Footies video is already live. Already made it. Go check out the Footies video to prep yourself for Friday's content release. And yeah, man, good luck in your grind. Peace.